Hey, Ben Minard here, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I would easily and quickly break seven figures in your epoxy flooring company. So, whether you're an epoxy flooring contractor or even if you do natural stone, maybe you do terrazzo, this video is for you and is going to lay out from point A to Z how simple it is to scale to $1 million a year using Facebook ads. So let's get started up here. And the first thing that we're going to need to do is to create and launch a Facebook ads campaign. So what you're going to do for this is you're going to write out two ads, and there's a lot of free information online and books that you can learn how to write ads. But you're going to write two different ad copies, and then you're going to pick out 2 to 3 different photos and videos which you're going to end up using in your ads. Because what we're going to do is we're going to get together about 4 to 5 different ad variations, so when we start running the ads, we can find winners fast and turn off losers fast. If we zoom in right here, this is one of the epoxy campaigns that we've been running for one of our clients for the last few months. So as you can see, they've generated 298 leads at an average lead cost of $10.23. And when this says on Facebook lead, what that means is that the potential buyer is filling out a form with their name, phone number, email, and address. So it's a bona fide lead. So right here we have 298 bona fide leads for $3K. So I don't know about you, but do you think you'd make money off 298 epoxy leads? You know, most of our clients that are in the epoxy space are getting decent high tickets depending on where they're located, but even in Florida, you know, you can get 4 to 5K per ticket. So spending $3K to get 298 leads, if you even close 25% of these leads, you would have made 300K from just 3K in ad spend, which is, I mean, basically an 100x. So the 298 leads there would have gotten you 75 jobs, and we're assuming that your average ticket is 4K, netting 300K in income. Okay, so let's get back to this bubble here. We're creating and launching our Facebook ad campaign test. So in this campaign, as you can see over here on the left, that I had 3 campaigns running, and I believe there's still 2 of these running, but we turned off the loser out of these pretty fast and scaled the top 2 winning campaigns after about a week. So what you're going to do once you have your ad copy and your photos or videos picked out is you're going to create your campaign and run a test with different variations of your ads for about 7 days. Now, there's a couple reasons for this. The first reason is it takes about 7 days for Facebook's AI to learn your target audience right and to start to optimize. And the second reason is going to be after about a week, we're going to have a really good idea about which campaigns are going to get the cheapest leads and sales, and then which campaigns are kind of scraggling behind and dragging their feet behind. So after a week, we're going to go into Facebook's ad manager, and when we're looking at the ads, what we'd be looking for is, let's say that we had 3 ads running and 2 of them are getting leads for $15 a lead, and then 1 of them is getting leads for $30 a lead. Well, we're going to turn off the ad that was getting $30 leads and scale the ones that were getting $15 leads with the extra budget that we now have from the ad that was turned off. And we're going to continue repeating this process until we have 1 or 2 killer campaigns that are getting sub $20 lead cost. I mean, epoxy leads, for example, on Angie's List or Home Advisor might cost you $100, $150 for 1 lead, and it's not even going to be exclusive, so you're going to be fighting with 5 other contractors over a $100 piece of crap lead when you could have got 15 exclusive leads for the same price by just setting this simple system up. And anyone can really do this, to be honest. You know, I have clients doing this that are really young, and also have clients that are doing this that are very experienced and are, you know, in the 7 or 8 figure range. So anyone can do this, but the testing is going to be the biggest determining factor of finding the winning campaign. If you have 3 to 4 tests running, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to find one winning campaign. So now that we have that situated, the type of campaign that we're going to run is very important. So when you're choosing the campaign type on Facebook, you're going to see about 5 or 6 different options. And they're all useful, but really when we're trying to generate leads or sales, we want to focus on lead forms or website forms. So that means every form that is filled out has a name, phone number, email, and their street address. And just to give you a little idea about what the difference between these two campaign types are, is with our lead gen form fill ads, those are on Facebook lead forms. Those are going to be your highest volume leads. And generally, this is what I would recommend you starting out on if you are under, let's say, 100K a month. Even if you're, under 50K a month, I'd still start with these. But once you're, breaking through 30 to 50K a month, I would definitely recommend or push you into landing page forms. So what this would be is, instead of someone filling out a form right on Facebook when they see your ad, what we want to do is we want to send them to a website landing page that's optimized to convert the most landing page views as possible into leads. So what you're going to need for a landing page campaign is a super optimized landing page that's designed to convert cold traffic into leads. And I'm going to have some other videos coming out about that, but if you're an epoxy contractor, my last video was addressing paver sealing contractors. That video pretty much applies to you because paver sealers are coating services as well, and it works in the same way. I run ads for paver sealers and epoxy coating contractors, so check out that video if you want to know a little bit more about what your landing page would need to look like. But sending someone from an ad to a landing page is going to save you a lot of headaches because the leads are going to be a lot higher quality. They're going to cost you more, but they're going to be a lot higher quality. So once you start making a decent amount of money and don't really want to filter through, a bunch of leads that may be tire kickers, mixed in with people that are super interested, switch to a landing page. And on the landing page, we're going to have qualifying questions, but just having a landing page in general is going to increase the quality of leads because it's putting an extra step in the process that is going to disqualify a lot of leads that weren't interested. So I would start here if you're under 50K, but yeah, definitely get a landing page built, or my company could even build this out for you. If you don't have time or you're out in the field all the time, then click the link below and we could get you set up. But let's continue on. This video is not a plug. So this part right here is going to be very important. What actually happens after the lead comes in? And this is honestly an area that I see a lot of contractors and business owners in general leaving a ton of money on the table, like tons and tons of money you're going to lose and leave on the table if we can't get this dialed in. Now, this could be done by you or by a staff member or virtual assistant, but when a lead comes in, we're going to want to call that lead within 5 to 10 minutes when their interest is hottest on their mind and strongest in their mind. So some Harvard studies actually recently proved out that calling within the first 5 to 10 minutes drastically skyrockets conversion rates and closing rates. So if you're too busy to do this or you're in the field all the time, then I would honestly probably recommend a virtual assistant for you until you have enough funds to hire a full-time secretary that can do this. But if you already do have a full-time office staff or secretary, then get them doing this right away and you're going to see a massive difference. Even if you only took this from this whole training, this right here honestly will 2 to 3x your income. Okay, now this part is also super important, and most people are not going to do this because most people are lazy. So if you're watching this video and you've stayed on this long, then congratulations, you're most likely not lazy. So this is going to be a massive game changer for you as well. So we're going to follow up 12 times with any unresponsive leads that we can't get a hold of the first day. And in most cases, what I see happen, when we're looking in clients' accounts that maybe didn't have the best result, is they would only call 1 or 2 times and then pretty much give up on the lead. But every single piece of marketing research and data and sales data proves out scientifically that it's very important to follow up 12 times. This is what my in-house appointment setting team does, and I promise you, we get tons of appointments on the 8th or 9th call. Sometimes even the 12th call is going to be the time they pick up, because people get busy and sometimes don't pick up weird numbers that they don't recognize. So it's very important to call enough to get them on the phone before you take it as the person wasn't interested. This right here is going to help you maximize everything else in here. And honestly, if this is something that you just don't have time with, or you really just don't want to do, then I would recommend the same thing as we recommended here, is hiring a overseas VA, or if you have the funds, getting an in-person secretary to do that for you, which that would be ideal over a VA, to be honest. VAs can work pretty good. It's just sometimes, the accents can be kind of heavy. So a VA is a good start, but yeah, as soon as you can, I would get a secretary or an American appointment center to do this. And then if we're still not fruitful after 12 times, then we are going to put all of the unresponsive leads in a long-term text and email follow-up sequence. So pretty much what that looked like could be something like a sequence of 60 to 80 texts over 6 months, where if a lead goes dead, we would be sending out a text once a week, and then also an email about once a week, or maybe even more frequently, depending on how aggressive you are. And you would be surprised. You're going to get a ton of leads that randomly wake up 3-4 months down the road, even a year down the road. I mean, I get clients all the time a year after leads come in just from our long-term email and SMS sequences. So these 2 pillars here are going to help you maximize every single dollar possible that you could get out of this whole system when you're running these ads. And then to finish it off, if we generate 1,000 leads in the next 90 days and your average ticket is $4K, at a 25% close rate, you just hit $1 million. So this is really just a math game. Once you have campaigns that are like this, that are getting 100 leads a month, all you would need to do is scale that campaign and push the budgets higher. So I believe with this client, we're spending 30 a day. So, 30 a day times 30 is 900 a month. That's his budget. And he's getting 100 leads a month. So, yeah, if you have any sales experience at all, or, you're not like completely stupid when you're talking, you should be able to close 20 to 25% of these pretty easily. This is like the benchmark low average for our clients' close rate. So that's why I have it here. But even if you're only closing at 5 to 10%, while you're practicing and working on your sales skills, this would still be extremely profitable for you. Let's say you close 5% of 298 leads. We would be just shy of 15 jobs, maybe like 14 and a half. So even in the worst case, we're looking at 50, 60K gain off of the 3K ad spend we spent here. Hopefully this was helpful. If you need any help, click the link in the description, and I'll see you on the other side.